In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact funnel that I used to scale from $0 to $100,000 a month in my coaching and consulting offer. So I'm just going to get right into it. The exact way and funnel that I used was the Instagram funnel. Now I use it a little bit of a different way. There's a 1.0 version and there's a 2.0 version. The one I use is probably the one you may have heard of if you've heard of this at all. But then the second one is the one I use that really helped grow my conversions and actually helped triple my booking rate. So the first thing I did was use top of funnel follower ads, and this is calling out your exact ICP, calling out the exact person that you're wanting to target. So if you're targeting and helping your agency grow, or helping other agencies grow, or helping life insurance agents grow, or real estate agents close their first deal, so on and so forth, calling out the exact person, and then saying, hey, follow me for more if this is at all interesting to you. Boom. Now they follow you. Now they're within the network. And so from the followers, once they become a follower, at like $2 to $5 a piece, depending on how niche you are, then what I would do is I would send retargeting ads. So essentially in the retargeting ad, it would be like very direct, right? Hey, you could either do it for training or you could do a direct offer. So there's a direct and indirect offer that you're going to run in this situation. So either you could do the top of funnel ad for followers. Once they become followers, then at that point you could either do, hey, I made a free training just for life insurance agents that are wanting to learn how to market. That's what I did. Or you could say, you could do it for a training. So, hey, I made a training specifically for real estate people wanting to land their first or next deal. And so you do this, and then it's like, hey, DM me the word training, and I'll send over a training to you so you can do this a lot quicker. And so in that retargeting ad, you have a direct call to action to be able to DM you a keyword. Now, the key with this is using ManyChat to be able to help optimize the conversions that you're able to get. And once they DM you a keyword, so scale or me or whatever it is, then from there, it says, hey, it acts like you essentially. It's an automation and says, hey, thanks for reaching out. Here's the training. Oh, by the way, are you here just for the content, or are you wanting to grow your business? Something like that. Cole Gordon does this. Ryan Pineda does this. There's a lot of different people. Hormozy did this for his book launch. There's a lot of different people that are doing this, especially nowadays. But like a year and a half, 2 years ago, this is exactly what I did and still run to this day. So call to action for this specific, hey, opt in for a training. Or it's like, hey, if you've been wanting to grow your business by 50 to 100 or to 50 to 100,000 a month, I made the exact training that I use to be able to scale my offer to 100K a month. If you want that, or if that's interesting to you, then DM me the word training. Like, I could do that for this specific training. So that's what I did. Now you have these followers and you're retargeting them consistently. Now for every follower that actually starts following you, these are leads now, right? So you have a DM setter, or it was me initially DMing all new followers, starting conversations. And the goal for this is you have the followers. Once they can either message right away, or if they don't message, then you're outbound trying to reach out. And then from there, then you're trying to get them on a call. Now, the cool thing is, as I looked back at my metrics, the outbound people that I was able to set appointments with, those were the most profitable people. If I could just get more followers, that allowed me to have more conversations on a day-to-day basis, because Instagram doesn't love if you have a lot of people that are that you're reaching out to, like cold messaging, especially if they don't follow you. But if they follow you, you can just message them back and forth, so on and so forth. And those are all leads that are warmed up to your brand, that are watching your stories, looking at your Instagram, and warming up to you as a human. So DM setter, setting all these appointments outbound, and then also you have the inbound as well. Now the Instagram 2.0 funnel, so this right here like took me to like 80K a month, give or take. We did 89K our third month in the business, in running the coaching offer. Now the 2.0 version, what we discovered like 5 to 6 months into it, was DM ads to your exact ICP. So essentially it's a hybrid of doing your profile visits with the like, because the goal was to be able to get in front of your ICP, get them to follow you, but this would take the retargeting plus that, and it would allow us to go cold to more audiences, but also have a conversation conversion cycle that was a lot quicker, which was really helpful. So DM ads to the exact ICP. Now they DM either for a training or a direct offer. Again, like, hey, I'm looking for 5 people that are wanting to scale their businesses by the end of the year, going into 2026, and have the best year that they've ever had. If that's something that you've been wanting to do, then DM me the word 2026, and I'll actually send you over a training, or not even send you over a training, but just actually start a conversation. So you have a DM setter to set appointments in here, or you just do it yourself. And then from there, 3 to 4 qualifying questions. It's very conversational. Whenever we started, my DM setter was able to like have my voice and really understand my story and resonate deeply with like, and knew me, and was able to really resonate with the exact person that we were talking to. They were like, our conversions went crazy, and the qualified calls that we were able to get from this was crazy. Our close rate went up like 10 to 20%. Now there's other factors that played into that, but that was really helpful to have a very conversational thing, have the client open up, and not be so transactional to where you're trying to book anybody and everybody, and hard selling, but like having conversational to where, yeah, if they don't book, or maybe it falls off because we're asking like thought-provoking questions, even if they don't respond right away, maybe they respond 2 months down the line, or 2 weeks down the line, or a year down the line. I've had people still to this day reach out after years that are like, oh my gosh, like, so sorry, I'm not on Instagram that much, and then answer the question. And so if you ask these questions earlier on in the sales process in the DMs, then the sales call gets a lot easier. So 3 to 4 qualifying questions. Are they actually your ICP? So like, are they at the revenue that you want them or need them to make? Are they at the are they selling the thing that you want them to sell, or something similar? Can you actually help this person, is what you want to know. And then from there, it goes into 2 buckets. Now, it can either get qualified, like it's a qualified person that could buy your service, or if it's not. So let's just talk about not qualified. So if they're not a fit, if now's not the right time, if they're kind of just looking, if they're not at the revenue that you actually can help, they don't have the money, etc., then you send them YouTube videos to watch, and then from here, the YouTube videos nurture, and then in the YouTube videos, you have call to actions to either DM you on Instagram, like for me, hey, if you want actual help with this exact thing, DM me on Instagram, the word scale, or like look in the description of this video and it says scale, DM me on Instagram, and then I'll be able to see if it would be a good fit for us to work together. And me to mentor you one-on-one. But this is exactly what it looks like, right? Like, you have YouTube videos nurturing either back to your Instagram to DM you, or to, like, you have a book a call link right below. And the cool thing about both of them working in tandem is that they're seeing you on a day-to-day basis with stories, following you, seeing who you follow, there's social proof. But then also, not only that, but then once they start seeing, like, that's kind of like a preview and just like a day-to-day, like, day in the life. But then on the other side with YouTube, they're able to go deep with your audience. You're able to go deep with your audience. And so it's so important within this whole kind of living and breathing like environment that you create. It's in web, it's important for you to just make YouTube videos that people can go really deep with you, because they want to consume, and there's a direct correlation to how much time somebody spends with you on YouTube or platforms like this. But there's no other platform kind of like it. But the more time that they're able to spend listening to you, like podcasts and videos like this, and see you and really resonate with you, the more the more willing and trust that they're going to have, which is going to lead to them paying you more money. And so this is exactly what that looks like. So you want to make sure that YouTube is dialed in. That's like, you have Instagram and YouTube working in tandem, because they can follow, you can direct message, but then on YouTube, they can go deep with you. They can know your story. They can know who you are. Like, the amount of times that I had somebody reach out or get on a sales call with me after they've been watching me for a year or 2 years or 3 years, and they were able to speak with specificity on my specific story and situation. And sometimes it was just crazy how much detail they would know about my life, but it's because I shared on YouTube, and they just watch a bunch of videos, and it's just you want to make bingeable content, just like Netflix. And so that's if they're not qualified. Now, if they're qualified, then you say, hey, it sounds like there's a really good opportunity, or it sounds like it would be really beneficial for you and I to work together. Would it be helpful to be able to get on a call to see if this is something that would be a fit for both of us? Or, hey, I have a really good feeling that we can help you. Really, the next step would be for you to book a call and for us to go over the exact game plan and strategy on what the next 30 to 60 to 90 days would look like if we were to work together. Would that help you? Yes. Okay, great. Then you pitch the call. After the call is pitched, you obviously get on the sales call and close the deals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go and make a whole video on my sales process, a whole video on my marketing strategy, my whole video, this is kind of like within the marketing strategy, but like even deeper on scripting ads and what ads to run, etc. And then the next one is going to be on fulfillment and what that looked like, and building out my 5-man team that was able to scale to 100K a month and 950K last year in cash collected. So, subscribe for more. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about here is essentially like within the Instagram funnel, you want to make sure that you're constantly posting pictures, reels, and carousels. You want to like not just about business. Like everybody wants to look like Hormozi, but as you've kind of seen his content evolve and change, you want them to resonate with you. I've heard a good analogy before, and it was really helpful for me to understand this concept. Like, imagine your personal brand is like a web. And so every time you post a piece of content, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's relational, all these different things, you want, if somebody resonates with that. So for example, I like to play pickleball. I like to golf. If I post me on the golf course, or me golfing, or me lifting, or me at the pickleball court, somebody that likes pickleball, there's going to be an instant bridge there. And what are bridges helpful for? That's like building rapport. And so the more rapport that you can build with these clients and with people in general watching your stuff, with golf, and just giving value, right? And like having them resonate with who you are and what you like to do, and the person in business that you want to build and become. This is what's really helpful. So with pictures, I post, like, my best engagement on Instagram is with my wife. Reels talking about this stuff, and then also carousels are really solid right now. Now, another thing is just posting consistently. Post 3 to 5 stories a day, just very personal. Posting at the gym, like not just coaching people all the time, but like really just wanting to help people. And so what this looks like is like wins and social proof every single day. Very, very, very solid. Life and personal. Like for me yesterday, like I got the most views on one of my stories with just posting with my brothers and wife and like us at Menchie's. Who would have known if that was it? But then what's cool is like the next story is really solid too, and now it's a business one, or now it's something else. And so the more that you can just be like a human, not trying to sell all the time, the better your conversions overall are going to be. And then also training is like, hey, I just made a new YouTube video. If you want the roadmap to be able to scale to 100K a month, check it out on YouTube. So DMs like, hey, comment the word 100K and I'll actually send that over to you. So it's stories to be able to do that as well. And then lastly, what I wanted to share with you is just beliefs that really helped me scale, because I wanted to hit 100K so bad for so long. Like what's crazy is our first 30 days actually in the coaching business, we did like a 55K cash collected, which was amazing. I've never done that before. And being able to do that and like, there's a lot that really helped me kind of break through that and then get to 100K a month. Number one was just getting really good at sales, like, and actually love doing it. A lot of founders that I've worked with or talked to have struggled with the concept, like, dude, I hate sales calls. And the reason why is because it's like you're getting rejected. And so you have these feedback loops on Instagram, on YouTube of people liking your stuff, and then you get rejection on sales. But if you get really good at persuasion, if you get really good at helping somebody help themselves and helping somebody make a decision to be able to put themselves in a better spot than they are right now, it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's invigorating. So when the best times that we collected the most cash, the 20K days that we had, was when I actually loved getting on sales calls and I was dialed in and I knew exactly how to talk to somebody on a sales call. But then on the flip side, when I didn't like sales calls was when I was not dialed in, when my confidence in objection handling was not great. That's when I just didn't want to get on sales calls at all. And so what I did was, I remember I got like an objection of like somebody that's been watching me for a while, that's been wanting to work with me. And he said he needed to think about it. I was like, you know what? I am going to pay somebody to be able to solve this problem. And so I paid $6,000, boom. And, or it was like 6,600 or 6,800. I don't remember. It was some between or 7,200 now that I think about it. But I paid it to be able to just get really good and hyper focus and narrow my focus on exactly how to just master sales. And so I think what a lot of people struggle with is just getting good at sales, and that's why they don't want to hop on sales calls, and that's why they want to sell by chat, and that's why they want to do all these funny things. But I'm like, if you just get really good at sales and understanding and being there to genuinely help the other person, there's going to be a win-win, and you're just going to do a lot better. So get really good at sales. That's what really helped me. Another thing is this saying of great marketing makes sales easy. So the better that I could and harder that I can go on YouTube, and the harder that I can go on my marketing strategy, and the better that I can get with conversations in the DMs, and honestly, the better product and better results that we'd get to spit to the front end, and more testimonials, and more trust assets that we put out, the better sales gets. And so, like, I remember listening to a video that Jeremy Haynes put out, and he was like, I want my sole job as a marketer is to create cashiers. And so all salespeople should be just taking orders all day. And so if you take that frame of getting really good at marketing so that sales calls become enrollment calls, this is where there's a lot of unlocks that can happen. Another thing is YouTube is powerful. Don't sleep on it. I wish I would have gotten so much better at YouTube. And what's interesting is, like, Hormozi was talking to another guy super prevalent in the space, like one of the top info guys right now, and he's like, how much are you spending? He's like, I don't know, like 20 to 30 grand. He's like, dang, that makes sense. It looks like it. And he's like, how much do you spend? And Hormozi's like 250,000 a month or 300,000 a month. And that right there is like, he also spends 20 to 30 hours a week specifically on YouTube content. And so if he has his credibility and level of status and achievement, imagine how much you do to be able to just help nurture, help grow, help people make decisions. So YouTube is very powerful, and it's just going to keep getting better over and over again. And what's nice is that your videos, if you make a really good video today or yesterday, it's going to get views while you sleep and sell yourself while you sleep. So imagine, like, everybody loves passive income, but imagine having passive people getting more and more bought in about your product. I remember this was actually a crazy story. So I had somebody, and I was posting a lot of YouTube content and just trainings. And I remember this person on their sales call was like, oh, like, was there any, like, after she paid in full, $8,000, this is when my program was $8,000. She was like, hey, I asked her, I was like, hey, is there anything specific that you liked about the content? And she was like, Johnny, like, I was watching your content a lot, and then I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, and that's when I knew. And I looked back, and that's when actually she booked the call, which is funny, from the YouTube page. And I was like, what made you book the call? And she's like, Johnny, like, I had this, like, feeling, and I was trying to solve my sales and marketing problems, and I was like, I need to hire you. It was just, God was telling me that I need to work with you. And so that's when I booked the call, and that's when I knew I was gonna buy. And so you're able to go so deep and sell to many people just by making YouTube videos that are really good. And, like, the better that it is overall, like, the more people that are gonna see it, more people that share it, and the organic is just going to go crazy, and it helps with paid ads. So this kind of goes with my next thing. The more powerful your organic brand is, the better your ads will perform. And Hormozi talks about this a lot. Like, his click-through rate is able to be way higher and double or triple than what others might be, because of how powerful his brand is. So the more times that people can see you on different platforms, the more trust that they're going to have with you inevitably. So that's not just on YouTube, but that's on Instagram, that's on Facebook, that's on Twitter. If people can see you in multiple places, they're going to have more trust in you. Another thing is, like, 5x ROAS feels insane. It's just, I remember, like, looking back, and it felt amazing, but, like, looking back, I'm like, dude, we're insanely profitable, running at like 60, 70, 80% net margin. So if somebody's saying, hey, you're at 25 or 30% net margins and you can't scale this thing, well, they just didn't do it the right way. But that's just the reality, because in these coaching and consulting type businesses, you should be at a 60, 70% net margin and be hyper profitable and hyper cash flowing, just like Iman Gaji talks about. So aim for at least a 3 to 5x on a rolling 60-day basis, and then keep scaling. What I mean by this is, you may have somebody come in, and 30-day cash is a very good number and metric, but you're not going to see the full return on that 30 days of cash until 60 days in, because you may have somebody that comes in on the 29th day, gets nurtured, and buys day 33, or if your average sales cycle is 10 days, they come in day 29. Well, they don't buy till day 39. So a rolling 60-day to 90-day basis is a really good gauge on how the marketing is doing. Because, yeah, you could have bad pockets. You could have bad times, or like more expensive times, especially now being close to Christmas, that your ROAS may be a little bit lower. But then if you go into January, February, March, so on and so forth, that's where you can see the ROAS consistently go up. Another thing I wish I would have done, and this would have allowed us to have probably scaled to multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, and this is what I'm incorporating now into my business, is the done with you, the coaching and consulting space is like amazing, and it's nice and cash flow positive, and there's nothing else like how cash flow positive it is. But I wish I would have had a done for you that was higher. So instead of just selling a done for you marketing service, like a one time, I would have had consistently managed it. And then also I would have thrown in like guarantees on the done for you side. So I think where a lot of people go into trouble is they do a guarantee in their offer with a done with you type of model. And that just doesn't make sense, because you're relying on somebody to follow the path, but you're not making it as easy for them, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of error that could happen. But if you're just going to guarantee, hey, I'm going to guarantee you 20 appointments per week, that's a very specific thing that you can guarantee as a marketer. So I would have done way more done for you. Instead of having an 8K package, I would have also had a $16,000 package, which was everything done for you and unlimited access one-to-one to me. And I think that would have helped our LTV consistently scale. So the more done for you would have helped me scale into cold traffic. And then from there, I would have been able to run this Instagram funnel, but then also run a book a call VSL funnel. And it would allowed me to scale a lot further, because done for you is way easier, cold friendly, and a nice one-time payment would have been helpful. So if you want my help actually implementing this same exact system into your business and help you hit your first or next 100K a month with hyper profitability, with really solid systems, then DM me on Instagram the word scale, and we'll chat further on what it looks like to work together.